Hi, my name is Sophie Patterson, and I have the joy of introducing an old elementary school friend, MC Hitt. You may know her because of the numerous times she's been up here leading chapel or from her recent announcement to Swanee. But I know her from 6th grade science projects, youth group every Wednesday night, and doing cotillion together. MC is incredibly resilient and independent, saying that when life throws her obstacles, she knows exactly how to overcome them even when it's hard, and I admire her for that. She is very dedicated to the things she loves, such as Camp Hopewell, where she works every summer, Tatler, the band, the Diocesan Youth Council, and her beloved Subaru, which was brutally hit while parked in the Calvary parking lot. This is my public apology for not checking my surroundings better, but now for the third time this week, I give you Mary Carter Hitt.
In a poem beginning with a retweet, Maggie Smith writes, "If you drive past horses and don't say, 'Horses!' you're a psychopath." According to her, you're also a psychopath if you see an airplane but don't point it out. Same with rainbows, cardinals, butterflies, and her list goes on. In about 4 lines of poetry, Smith has diagnosed the majority of the human population with psychosis, all because we stopped pointing out horses. I can't say I agree with Smith's take simply because most people aren't psychopaths, but I will admit that I'm guilty of forgetting the little things and letting childhood slip away. I can't remember the last time I yelled out, "Horses!" but unintentionally, during my freshman year, I created a way to keep my childhood wonder alive by creating paper snowflakes. I learned how to make paper snowflakes in Miss Hogan's 9th grade geometry class. It's a simple process of folding a piece of paper in half, then folding the edges into triangles, in half again, making a few cuts, and then you unfold it to have a paper snowflake. The beauty of the paper snowflake is that once you get the folding down, there are limitless possibilities to try. You can go the traditional route and have it look like an actual snowflake, or you could get creative, like my synagogue, church, and mosque paper snowflake that I made in Miss Seeger's class, or my rainbow snowflake that I made as homage to William Wordsworth's poem, "My Heart Leaps Up When I Behold a Rainbow in the Sky," a poem similar to Smith's that encourages the reader to enjoy the little things. But in Wordsworth's poem, he goes so far as to say that if he cannot enjoy the rainbows, then let me die. He wants to live out his days bound each to each, bound natural piety, or in layman's terms, he wants to maintain his childhood. Even though I didn't learn how to make a paper snowflake until high school, I like to think of them as my way of holding on to childhood. I keep a pair of scissors in my pencil pouch and steal my teacher's printer paper. It's the perfect craft to do in school because you can always find a piece of paper. When I finish making my paper snowflakes, I never know what to do with them. Surprisingly, I myself have no paper snowflakes. I always give them to my teachers. Freshman year, I covered an entire window in Miss Metz's room in paper snowflakes. Junior year, I made a quilt of paper snowflakes in Miss Huber's class. I've already made dozens this year. My paper snowflakes can be found across the school in places like the nurse's office, Doc Rob's room, Miss Seeger's room, and Miss Pogue's office, only to name a few. Despite being 4 years into my paper snowflake obsession, paper snowflakes have no real bearing on my life. I did not put paper snowflake maker on my resume. My family didn't know about my paper snowflakes until right now. When people ask what hobbies I have, I've never said that I make paper snowflakes. More than likely, I won't continue making them in college, although I imagine the poets would disagree and encourage me to keep it as another way of maintaining childhood. In the final line of her poem, Smith warns us that if we lose our sense of wonder at all, then we'll feel ourselves receding, and won't tell anyone until we're gone. In the repetitive school day, it's easy to recede. When I walk down the hallways, there aren't exactly new, exciting things to point out, and certainly no horses. But if you look, you might just find a paper snowflake. Thank you.